It's live streaming. I may record just as backup. Okay, you're on.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our monthly meeting on sanitation and environmental protection. And everyone who is here, thank you for coming. We are live, as Jeremy say, and I see that Roger is already streaming. So, Roger, I'm going to allow you to take the floor because this was your opportunity to speak about something that is a main concern to you. And as my co host tonight and working with you, it's a pleasure. To everyone who is here, we welcome you, we thank you, and we look forward to a great meeting. Roger, you have the floor.
Hi, good evening, everyone. And yes, so I believe there was a bunch of different community members that reached out that had issues about alternate side of the street parking, and we reached out to DOT, and a part of that process was giving notice that you're having a public hearing that's addressing alternate side of street parking in Community Board 11. So that's pretty much the purpose of this meeting and the agenda for the meeting.
Do you know how many people is on right now? Are we waiting on anyone specific?
Well, we do have a quorum of our subcommittee, and I did see Debbie was on, and Debbie was one of the people that had brought up alternate side street parking in the past.
Okay.
And there may be other people. I don't know if you want to just do it by hands, and then we can jot down what the different streets are, and whether they want to increase alternate side street parking or decrease alternate side street parking on those blocks.
Okay, and maybe we can put it in the chat also.
Sure.
Okay. I guess what about if anyone new tonight and have a concern with their
Sure.
street? Is it okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know someone who is not on tonight requested that we are having this issue, and one of the worst problem we have is Kruger Avenue.
Mm.
Yes, Kruger between Allerton and Arno. That street has become very dangerous with, I consider it a four-way lane. And everyone is saying we either need speed bumps or we need it to be a one-way. I don't mind the speed bumps, but something need to be done about Kruger Avenue. So,
And was that
Avril, that would be in the transportation committee.
okay, that's why I wanted. Okay, so Debbie says that will be in a different meeting.
Yeah, I think this is just strictly alternate side of the street parking.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is alternate side they're talking about.
But they.
Yeah, alternate falls in sanitation.
Oh, okay.
But speed bumps falls in transportation.
Right. So they're asking for both, but it's confusing. So they got to take it to two different meetings.
That's why I've been the biggest pusher for having joint meetings. So you don't have to do one thing twice.
Yeah. Okay.
And Debbie, did any issues come up yesterday in the transportation meeting that related to alternate side of street parking?
No, it was basically DOT and MTA doing a presentation to screw up Fordham Road. If you want the Cliff Notes. But they want to start screwing it up starting at Boston Road and Pelham Parkway, which is why they came to us to notify us, because that little part is in CB11.
Okay.
Okay.
And Deb, what was the previous issue that you had? It was Pelham Parkway and alternate street parking. You said that how it was different during COVID, and then they suspended those rules.
Yeah, during COVID, they suspended the alternate side, and for the most part, people were tending to, cleaning their areas, because the area in question that I would like to see downsized is very residential. It's not commercial, it's very residential. And particularly like where I live, if I go one block one way, there's no alternate side. If I go another block another way, then you got the 4-day alternate. So why can't we, at least in the area in question, have a 2-day, one day on one side and one day on the other?
Well, let me ask a question. Debbie, Roger, we're here tonight. We're speaking. We have our concern. Do we have anyone here that is listening to our concern from sanitation?
No, I think we have to.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. I didn't hear that. What was that?
I was saying that it would be nice to have someone from sanitation to listen to the concerns.
I believe the process
No,
is
sanitation didn't see. Sorry.
that we
Go ahead, Roger.
we have the public hearing, we get the streets of concern, and then bring it to them.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Debbie. We see Malcolm join us. Welcome, Malcolm.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
You're welcome. And Debbie, what specifically are the blocks that you're talking about reducing alternate side street parking?
Pelham Parkway South, I guess, starting like at Mulliner and going towards Blindsbridge Road,
Okay.
and streets like Bogart, Brady, Mulliner, Matthews, maybe, I don't know. The area like around Bronx House.
Mhm.
I don't know if they do it by like certain street or by certain zone.
And during COVID, when the alternate side street parking was suspended, was there any issues with cars that were parked there for a long period of time, or was that not really an issue in those areas?
It's a double-edged sword. Because we got cars that are on 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 a 4-day street. Like say on Bogart, and you got 2 days on one side and 2 days another. And I've been calling in vehicles to NYPD, and the NYPD is just going to ignore them anyway.
Mm-hmm. But they get tickets, but then they don't.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't get tickets.
No.
Okay.
But
they're
Debbie,
not.
let me ask you a question. Some of the streets, right? Like where I live, they clean one side one day, the other side the next day.
Right.
So I like that because the streets are getting clean on both sides.
Right. I'm
But
not saying to get rid of alternate altogether. It's Monday, Thursday on one side and Tuesday, Friday on the other.
okay,
So I'm
like the
just
whole week. The whole week
yeah,
is taken up with, yeah, that's you.
yeah. So I'm only asking, say, Monday on one side and Tuesday on the other, or Thursday on one side and Friday on the other.
Okay.
Because right now I'm physically standing on Allerton Avenue, by Ferenga's, and Allerton, that's very populated. And I'm looking right now at a street sign, and it's Friday on one side and Thursday on the other. So if something as popular like this can go with just 2 days, then why can't a very residential area like mine go down to 2 days from the 4 days?
That is a good idea because I live on Allerton and I do know like a lot of the homeowners there, they do like, they actively move their cars around, for the street cleaners to take care of it. So I mean maybe that's something that they could do district wide for sure.
Yeah. And like I said, you go a block this direction or block that direction, and you can easily have a street that has no alternate side by me. I'm just looking for a happy medium.
Okay. I really don't think that we're going to have a long meeting because when you listen to the concern, it's clear. And Roger, your notes will explain, and Debbie makes sense because to wake up every day to, if you're driving to move a vehicle 4 days a week out of 5 working days, or 5 days, because weekend we're not talking street cleaning, I really find that to be a little horrible. It's bad enough you got to deal with Monday and Tuesday, much less 4 days. So
I have a question. Has it ever been reduced that you know of from 4 days to 2 days?
not that I know of.
I don't think it's gonna happen because they make money from that.
Hmm.
The problem
Yep.
is, even in my area, they're not even making money because they're not even ticketing the cars that
You're
I'm
right.
saying that you've got trees going around it.
Yeah, you're right. Happens over here at Pelham Park around Stillwell. They leave the cars and they don't get tickets.
Avril, this is Junior. On Herring Avenue, you have cars without plates sitting there. I reported this to sanitation. I haven't seen anything done.
Yes, and I'm
Hello?
hearing that to different meetings, those same complaints. So it's
Do you heard what I said, Avril?
yes, and I was also responding to you. Can you hear us, Junior?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, I was saying that I heard that to other meetings, not just this meeting, about your complaints. So I was wondering who really deals with these issues, because I have a serious issue, but maybe it's not for here. I will speak to Jeremy after. And yes, I think maybe we need to find out if we're speaking to the right people. Do you call
I think it's
311?
sanitation. I think it's sanitation department. They called 311 and then they reported to sanitation.
Hmm.
Sanitation are responsible for cars without plates to
No, but-
ticket
And I
them
don't
and tow
remember.
them.
I don't remember if I heard from the 4-7 or the 4-5. Recently, they
You heard it
said
at the
that
47.
no, I know, but I just heard something extra new is that they just now within the past couple of weeks, they're changing that any derelict cars, plate or no plate, will now be handled by sanitation.
Okay.
That's been going on, excuse me, that's been going on for a while with sanitation. Reported
No.
on my
Sanitation
block.
was doing, yeah, sanitation dealt with derelict cars with no plates, but now they're
Yes, that's what
trying
I'm saying.
to join it up as one unit.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, well, let me ask a question. Since we're on sanitation, there is a house that it is so filthy. The gentleman is really crying out for someone to help him clean it up. Sanitation keep coming, just giving a ticket, giving a ticket, giving a ticket. It's getting to me to be bigger than a ticket. So sometimes we're saying sanitation, and sanitation is doing one thing, but they're not. Why don't they report it to the next um, agency that's in charge? Because if you're coming to someone's house because it's filthy, it's full of trash, the neighbors are complaining of the rats and stuff that's creating from that house, why is it that Junior, press mute, please,
Okay, sure.
on your expensive phone? Thank you so much. So what I'm saying, Roger, when they have an issue like that, why is it that they cannot report it to the next agency? Because this man is literally saying, there's nothing I can do. I have no help. And it's just the garbage piling up, piling up. And he lives there alone for so many years. And it bleeds my heart to see anyone lose their home, but he needs help. But sanitation is saying, oh, we could only give him a ticket. I don't understand. Shouldn't they send somebody out to help clean it up?
So in that scenario, it's a homeowner that
Mm-hmm.
and
It's a homeowner. It seems like he
he-
lived there for so many years. Parents died out. He's getting old now. He was with the fire department back in the days, and he just can't help himself anymore. So he probably just live in one area of the house, but the other area, the rat and mice is just taking over. And the neighbors are complaining that mice are coming from his place. But when you look in his backyard, his driveway, everything is nothing but garbage.
but
How old is he? How old is he?
He's up there in his age. I mean, looking
I
at
don't,
him, I don't want to judge a person's age, but he's up there in his age. He just seems like he said, I don't know where to start. I
yeah,
don't know what to
I don't
do.
think, I don't think sanitation will encroach on private property. It might come down to an instance where the property might be condemned if it's deemed not habitable.
That's what we're
Um,
talking about. And that's my fear because I said that looked like that's what's going to happen.
it
He
may be
said,
beneficial to refer that over to the Department of the Aging, to see if they can provide any type of resource or services for him to assist him.
Hey,
okay.
but where's the house at?
Huh?
Where's the house located at?
It's on Kruger. It's on Kruger, and Malcolm makes sense because I want to help this man. I don't want to see him, when he come down to a family house and he passed down from generation to generation. He's the last one left standing. You want to help him, but you don't want to, put him on the street. But I will do that. Thank you so much, Malcolm. And I was going to speak to
Problem.
Jeremy tomorrow and see what other help I can get because for sanitation to come and just keep giving him tickets, I don't like that.
is it a case where he needs some manpower to help remove it, or is he
Yeah, he said he
constant?
just want help to help clean
But
it
does
up, and I
he
don't know what inside look like.
is he
You know what?
constantly collecting stuff though as well?
Huh?
Is it a possibility that it's a hoarding issue and he might need like social services to help him out as well?
Yeah, he needs help. He's really saying to me, I need help. I don't have no help. I just need help to clean up. And everybody's upset because they're saying it's creating mice and rat and stuff around the house. But I just need to know where's the first thing to do to get somebody to come out and just go and visit him and see what help he need. I need to even go inside the house and see what condition he's living in.
Yeah.
So when you get a chance, can you get the correct address and email Roger? Roger has my email, and I want to pass by myself.
Okay. Okay,
If
thank you
if,
so
it,
much.
if it's something that I can get 3 or 4 guys to help the phone, man, I would do that. But if it's something like hoarder type stuff, then I can't do anything.
You mean to help him clean up the backyard, but he may
Yeah,
need
to
a
clean.
bin.
No, not
It
the
was,
back. No, he's getting tickets for the back, or he's getting tickets for the front.
well, the
And we
front
get
is
if
okay.
we can get
Yeah,
the front when they pass by, it looks presentable. They'll leave him alone.
yeah,
Maybe we
but
can help him with that.
the front, everyone in the area clean up the front. But when you look in the driveway of where the house area, you could see all the garbage. Like you need a bin. And I was trying to figure out if sanitation is who is responsible for those bins that, you get people to come and help clean up.
No, they're not gonna help him. He's gonna have to get a private company to help him do that.
Okay. So maybe we need to get social service in on this. Okay, thanks. I guess
Yes.
maybe that's why we need our officials. Speak to them. So I will reach out.
Also on White Plains Road, that the shopping area between White Plains Road and Pelham Parkway. Do, do we know if it's possible to get one of the new New York City uh road trash bins be installed there as a pilot? Because like a lot of the businesses there, like Chipotle, for example, they don't really discard the garbage properly. And I think that it may be beneficial to have a proper disposal there, or any more, or any, new type of trash receptacles there, to kind of pull in the litter, and to provide some form of proper disposal of garbage to clean up the area a little bit. I'm not too sure if that's possible.
And Malcolm, that was White Plains Road, and what's the intersection?
And Pelham Parkway. So I
Okay.
guess from going from Pelham Parkway to White Plains Road down to I don't want to get this wrong. Pelham Park, White Plains Road, and I want to say Bronxdale, or the Bronx Park East train station.
Okay.
Do we have cleanup day where people volunteer to come out?
There's different groups throughout the city who will do usually cleanup days, but it's like at parks or at schools.
Okay.
It's usually not like in business districts. But there is like roving cleanup days and stuff too.
Okay. I guess we put it all out there, and Roger, you have a full. Laurie P. hands is up. Go ahead, Laurie.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Hi, how are you guys? So speaking of like extra trash cans around, I live on Seminole and we get hammered with kids hanging out on Seminole every weekend, every night. I actually spent my Mother's Day cleaning using my own shovel, my brooms, my garbage bags. I mean, it would be great if we could get garbage bins along the side of the hospital, because it's not just the kids. I mean, you have many Jacoby workers that go there, eat lunch. Like it's disgusting. And since you're throwing it out there for White Plains Road and Pelham Parkway, I figured I'd throw it out there.
Yeah, and it's the Seminole, but the side of the road where there's no houses, where it's just the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, on that side. I mean, the garbage flies all over the place. But on Mother's Day, I was cleaning that street for like 2 hours by myself. And then we have another guy who always cleans it. And, we want to keep it clean, but maybe if there is garbage pails, I mean, I don't mind helping, but why should I have to use all my trash bags and everything else? I know it sounds stupid, but it's not stupid to me. I live here. I live on Seminole, and
Yeah.
it's disgusting. I don't know if sanitation has anything to do with cleanup graffiti. Do they have anything to do with cleanup graffiti? Because that's another thing on Seminole that I've been trying to get through to Jacoby and everyone else, but no one's listening. I have on that wall on Seminole, there's graffiti. I would like that cleaned up. And then I have another issue, one more issue. I know I didn't register to speak, but there's only little people here. We on the sanitation police are up in full force already with this enforcing this 8 p.m. Garbage pullout, pickup. We got a lot of tickets on my block the other night. I even had words with the guy because he was like, "Why are you doing acrobats climbing to your neighbor's house?" I'm like, "Because I want to warn them. Like, I'm allowed to warn them." And then I went and I cleaned up across the street where my dad lives. It's not his house though. And I moved that garbage and they still gave them a ticket. And I'm like, "Why'd you give them a ticket? I just moved those garbage bags." He's like, "Well, that's not your house." That's not it. I'm the neighbor. I'm being a good neighbor. I mean, 8 o'clock, and listen, this is sanitation. 8 o'clock is too late. 8 o'clock is too late to be taking out the trash. I'm in bed at 8:30. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. And in the winter, these elderly people, I don't know how many times I have to say it, have to go out when it's pitch black out. Something has to get changed with that. 8 o'clock is way too late. I know it's 6 o'clock, but my recycling, I don't have pails. I throw it over my shoulder in the big bags, 8 o'clock is too late. It's too late. I don't know if I'm the only one that just, agrees with that. I mean, rats can't tell time. I'm sorry. It's not about the rats.
But
Anyway,
also,
those are my issues. That's it.
No, she is right. 8 o'clock is too late. We have to pay
It is.
Too
overtime.
late.
in my job, we have to pay overtime to throw out the garbage after 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's too late for the senior citizens. It's too late for me, and I'm not even a senior. I'm in bed by 8:30. I don't want to sit on my couch and be like, oh God, 8 o'clock, I got to throw out my garbage tonight. Like at least before 4 o'clock, I would get home from work, I was able to throw it out. Even 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Come on, I have a handicapped neighbor next door, lives by herself. I'm doing her garbage. I'm doing my garbage. It's a lot.
You know, Laurie, but if you put it in a trash can with a lid, I think you could throw it out at 6 o'clock.
Yes, I know that. My thing is with recycles. A lot of people don't have, I don't have a bin for my cardboard. You know what I'm saying? I just I just throw it in a bag and I throw it out. So either way, I have to, or if I'm going out after work, not after, like if I'm coming home after work, let's 4:30, 5 o'clock, and now I'm going out to a party. Now I got to wait till I get home at, let's say, midnight to throw out my trash. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's too early for 6 p.m. I don't know. I don't know. 8 p.m. is way too late.
I think
It
the
should be
bin.
6 p.m. all around.
I think the bin with the lid is the best thing to do. At least
I know,
it's
but
at least it's 6 o'clock.
yeah, I just think, but you know what? 6 o'clock is fine for now, but 4:30, don't forget when that time changed, those seniors are coming out 6 o'clock, throwing out their garbage in the dark. I'm sorry. We have to protect our senior citizens. They're going to trip on themselves, going up their steps. It's not right. It's not fair. Anyway, that's just a couple of pointers I wanted to point out tonight.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else have?
One more thing, in just regards to the graffiti, I believe the mayor in his Clean Streets program, he should have. He did give out money for graffiti cleanup. So I think the city council members should have money for that. And I think all we have to do is just find the spots and let them know where it is, and they should be able to take care of that. Maybe that's an email or a letter that should be sent out to them to figure out how that gets done.
All right, so I'm just going to interrupt. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I just wanted to let you know that I was at the Morris Park Community Association meeting the other night, and the representative was there from Marjorie. I told Zacaro's representative. I emailed and sent pictures to John Doyle, the community relations at Jacoby, and nothing still. So, I'll give it another couple of weeks, but, hopefully it doesn't go on deaf ears. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Roger.
Yeah.
And
Got a
for
lot of
me,
notes.
I have to listen to these. It seems like I have to take it to my show tonight because I have my radio program this evening.
Very good.
It's complaint people have all over, and it's funny that more people don't join that you could hear from them. But I guess sometimes people watch videos after and learn from what other people are going through and hear other people concern, and it helped them.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we don't have anyone else, we can. I know you have everything down packed. Junior, you don't have anything else, other than traveling around the world. And if not, we'll just let Jeremy know.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
Maybe for the next meeting,
Thank you.
we can get somebody from the sanitation department.
Yes, yes, definitely. Because by then we put the notes together and we have everything and everybody concerned. Now we hear their side.
They
So
must have some community liaison that comes on these meetings, right?
they have to, they should. I think that's what they have them for. They come out to the big meetings, they send their people out. So I don't see why they can't hear from the few. Because Lori might have come on and voice her concern. It doesn't mean other people in her community is not having the issue. And if she get the problem resolved here, then she can help the people in her community. So we do need the people to come on and listen to our concern.
Absolutely.
So is Jeremy, are you with us? Okay, maybe we'll just let him know that we are getting ready to end the meeting. And it's nice to have a meeting when we can hear each other concern and just leave with love.
I think Lori wanted to say something.
I just
Yes.
wanted to say thank you for listening. I'm going to sign off. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
everybody.
Laurie. Have a good evening.
You too. You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I'll let Jeremy know. So since the meeting is to an end, we thank everyone. Malcolm, is anyone with me by saying at 7:30 the meeting came to an end?
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Good night.
Good night.